Hello everyone and welcome back to Sky Bees. So last episode we made these solar panels here as well as that mob farm up there. We improved it and we made the centrifuge. And as you can see in between episodes I did a little bit of reorganization. So before we kind of had all of the products of the centrifuge up here next to the manual centrifuge, which made sense back then but not anymore. So now it's all down here. And these are all hooked up. You can see I have drawer controllers here and here, which is right where the output of the centrifuges go, straight into those drawer controllers. And then those guys can actually sort everything into these drawers. So I've left myself a little bit of room for expansion because, of course, there is a lot of bees. I mean, look at all these different honeycombs that we can get. So I've left myself room for a whole lot of expansion here. And yes, I will need to make it bigger at some point, just, not right now. I mean, to be honest, we'll probably have a better centrifuging system by then, so I'm not too concerned about it. But for now, this is going to do, and I can put in, these storage upgrades if I need them, and when I need them, because I definitely will. But for now, that will do. But more importantly, the last thing that we did in the last episode was, actually, I also went ahead and built up the scaffolding for the second apiary here. But as I was saying, the other thing that we did is we started to get ready to build our first apiary block, the tier 1 apiary, right here. And of course, for that, we need a nether star, which means we need this wither bee. But before we can get the wither bee, we actually need to get a witherproof block, which needs steel, because we need that for the wither skeleton bee. So to start off this episode, why don't we go ahead and start to get to that point? So in order to get steel, it's part of the immersive engineering quest line here. And in order to get steel, we actually need to get coke bricks, and then we need to get blast bricks. And I think to make the steel, we'll actually need like a immersive engineering blast furnace. So I actually went ahead and already made all of the things that we need in order to make those blocks in order to get steel. So we might as well just do that right now. No reason to wait. So the first thing that we need is those coke brick blocks, I think is what they were called. Okay, inabilities to do math aside, we should now actually have everything we need. So that is 27 coke bricks, which we need in order, right here. Oh, you know what? And we get an engineer's hammer, which is a little unnecessary because we already have one. What? The engineer's hammer just rotates blocks? I'm actually stunned. I had no idea that this was a thing. That is so useful. Okay, well, I guess I'll keep that in mind. Now we have 2 engineer hammers. So for the coke bricks, there's 27 of them, and judging from this thing, like this coke oven thing here, which is how you make this coal coke, it seems like this is maybe a multi-block structure. I don't actually know, but that's what that feels like to me. So I'm wondering what would happen if I just put all 27 down in like a giant cube, and like maybe that just turns it into a furnace of sorts. I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to try it and just see what happens. Okay, so I've placed them down, but it doesn't seem like they've actually done anything. Do I maybe need the engineer's hammer? Does that do something here? Oh, okay, yeah, so it looks like if I just right-click on it, once it's all of them together, like the whole 27, it just turns it into a coke oven. So yeah, wow, would you look at that? So I actually don't remember how to do this or even what I'm looking at right now. But I do kind of want to figure out how to make this coal coke. So I'm just going to coal in here and just see what happens. Okay, and you know what? I was going to say I thought I would need to put in some sort of fuel, but it looks like I don't. So it's pretty slow, but I guess that's pretty useful. It just constantly cooks the coal and I don't have to do anything. So I've got the extra nether bricks and regular bricks. And so now we can make the next step, which is these blast bricks. So now we've got the blast bricks here, and then using these we can make a steel ingot, and I'm assuming setting it up is the same exact thing as setting up this coke oven. Okay, so there it is, and then if I right click it, there we go. So I think that's how I make steel. I think I put iron in here with some sort of a fuel source. I don't know if it needs specifically coal or like charcoal or something, because I know like logically speaking in the real world it would need charcoal, I think, to get the carbon in order to make steel, but That's probably not how this game works. I guess we'll find out though. So we're going to need 4 steel scaffolding, and it looks like the recipe makes 6 steel scaffolding, and we'll need 3 steel ingots, which means we're going to need to put 3 iron in there. But hopefully, does this... Oh, okay, so I can't use coal. Attempt number 1, let's just put in this regular coal coke stuff and see what happens. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it looks like that works. So maybe this furnace only accepts coal coke, which is why I need the coke oven. So that is good to know. And wow, this is an extremely slow process. Okay, so it looks like 1 piece of coal coke is enough to do 1 piece of iron. Well, while we're waiting for this stuff to work, I'm wondering if I could just do more in immersive engineering, because we've already started, so we might as well keep going. So it looks like we could also get into the alloy smelter here. And there we go. So we got enough kiln bricks to get this quest at least. Now I just need to figure out how to actually make the alloy smelter, and I have no idea. So given that it's just 8 blocks, I wonder if it's just a 2x2 square. Oh, and it looks like the answer is yes. For whatever reason, I couldn't click on it when it was over here. But I can if I'm over here. Okay, well, so that is the alloy smelter. I guess, well, what are the next quests? So we can make black iron ingots and quartz enriched iron. Well, let's see how I do that. So if I put 3 iron and 1 nether quartz, then I get 2 quartz enriched iron. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. And there we go. So we got 2 quartz enriched iron. There's that quest completed. And then for black iron ingots, it looks like we do iron and black dye. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. So if we get some handy dandy black dye from up here, looks like the conversion ratio there is 1:1. So I put the things in and we have our black iron ingots. So that is that branch of immersive engineering all done. And it looks like I think I don't want to get into any of these two because they require steel, and I want to save my steel for the things that actually matter. You know, like the witherproof block up there. And to go this way, we would need a bucket of creosote oil, which I don't think we've generated yet. You know what? Actually, scratch that. I completely lied. We totally have. And look at that. So now we have a ceramic bucket of creosote oil. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Oh, you know what? We need an iron bucket of creosote oil. Oh, so if we dunk ourselves in creosote oil, we become flammable. But we can worry about that another day because we got that quest. Okay, and this guy here is done making our steel, which means we actually can go make our steel scaffolding here. Oh, and I should say, apologies, y'all. I'm losing my voice a little bit right now. So if I sound a little janky, that's the reason. But anyway, so with these 3, we need to make these 3 steel rods here. And then we have our steel scaffolding. So that's done. So now to make the witherproof block. So the witherproof block, this stuff we all already have. It's easy to get. The main thing here is, of course, the wither skeleton skull, which I think we have to get from a wither skeleton in the nether. So unfortunately, we got to go gear ourselves up for that. And the only unfortunate thing is that I don't believe we have any looting right now on any swords. So I'm going to quickly redo some of my enchants here. Looks like right here I can get sharpness 4. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know what beheading or disarming is, but, you know, that might be helpful. Okay, you know what? In other good news here, actually. So I just cleared out the mobs with this new sword that has, like, beheading 3 on it, and I got a ton of heads. So maybe, actually, this is going to be better than looting in terms of my ability to get wither skeleton skulls. And if I've learned anything from last time, we need some scaffolding blocks here to actually make it over to the area. But with that, we should be ready to go. Oh my god. Okay. So immediately we're already getting shot at. Alrighty. So I've blocked off that side of the portal. And now I have a platform here. So this way I can sort of, you know, when I come out, I can be protected. And then I can kind of peel over that way towards the fortress. So now I just have to figure out how to get there without the blazes killing me. This is very, very unnerving. And also there are some very creepy sounds happening. I don't know if it's getting picked up or not, or if you guys can hear them, but there are some extremely creepy sounds coming through my headphones right now. Okay, and the locals have now seen me, and they are unhappy about it. Okay, well, I just got the achievement Sniper Duel, which is kill a skeleton from more than 50 blocks away. But that doesn't solve my problem. I just want the heads of your friends. Is that so much to ask? Okay, so I've got the coward walls here. And there we go. So I have given myself a kitted out little safe space. And whoo dog, that was stressful. But should be over now. I don't think I need to go back there for at least for a while. Okay, and now that my cortisol stress hormone levels have gone back to normal, we can make this witherproof block, which means that we can actually take out the wither skeleton bee, and we can give this bee their witherproof block. We'll go ahead and put it in here with this batch of bees. And now we just gotta wait, I guess, 20 minutes for that bee to grow up so that we can breed them with, I think, the soul sand bee. And we get the wither bee. And then we'll get our nether stars, or whatever they're called. But again, you know, while we're waiting for that, we might as well continue with immersive engineering here. We've started it, so we might as well, you know, at least try to finish it. And it looks like, you know, I don't want to do the metal press because it's too much work for now. I don't think, you know, and then I have to get into like energy probably. And, you know, we can worry about that later. Let's go on to this side, which looks like it might be the energy production. I can see like a windmill, a water wheel. So, and this engineer's workbench, which seems pretty cool. But the first bit is we need these treated wood planks. The treated wood planks, yep, so we need this like bucket of creosote oil and then just surround it with planks. And there we go. So we've got 8 treated wood planks. So now as for what we actually do with them, so I guess maybe let's go for this engineer's workbench first. It just seems like it's a cool, I guess, sort of decorative block. I don't actually know where I'd put it for now. And it's not going to be in like a pretty location, but yeah. So we'll need this engineer's crafting table, which looks like a regular crafting table around some treated wood varieties, I guess. So if we go ahead and do this, that should be enough. Yep, so we can make this engineer's crafting table. I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm going to make a second crafting table here. So that way we can have one engineer's crafting table and one engineer's workbench. There we go. So we've got the engineer's workbench. Looks pretty cool. Let me go put them down over here. I guess I'll just claim this as my engineering area. And there we go. So we've got our engineer's crafting table here. Wow. It's got like a little storage area. That's actually super nice. But anyway, and then we've got our engineer's workbench. I have no idea how to use it, but, you know, that's okay. And it looks like in order to finish this last quest in this branch here, we need to get 2 engineer's blueprints. And with that, we've got our 2 engineer's blueprints, which means we can claim this arc furnace electrodes blueprint. I don't even know what the arc furnace is. I see. So we put the blueprint down, and then it tells us what things we can make here, and it tells us what we actually need. So like if we want a metal press mold for bullet casings, then we need 3 steel plates and 1 engineer's wire cutters. But we'll just put it in this little storage cabinet for now. Or I guess we're just gonna lay them on top of the table. What's even the point of having this thing if you're just gonna, you know what? Engineers. And engineers, right? Yeah. All right, so next, I guess we might as well just start to finish this stuff. So let's go for a water wheel next. We'll need a steel ingot and 4 water wheel segments. Okay, and to make these water wheel segments, I guess we need 3 treated planks as well as 4 sticks. And you know what? I wonder if there's like a fluid tank or something that we can get that would be easier than just using a bucket each time. Okay, and here we go. So we should, with this, have, yep, there we go, a fluid storage tank. So I wonder if this actually works in here. What if I put it in? Yes, there we go. So it's just going to automatically suck it up. And whenever it gets full, it'll come down here and I can just plop it down. So that gives us a bit of a buffer. It holds 64 buckets. So we should be fine because this produces not a lot of buckets. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program here. So we wanted to make the water wheel. We need the water wheel segments for that, which I think meant we needed to do this. There we go. So we've got 4 water wheel segments. And then we need to put 1 steel ingot in the center of that. There we go. We have a water wheel. Oh, so we need to get the kinetic dynamo first before we can get either of these. Okay, so instead of doing that, actually, I think that bee should be almost fully grown up. But actually, what does the wither bee like for the flower? So a nether star block. So we'll need 9 nether stars for that. And the only way to get nether stars is from wither honeycombs. Or we have to kill 9 wither bosses. And I'm not sure how we do that. I think we might be able to shove their head into this, and that might be thick enough. I have to look up a tutorial on that one. First things first, though, we actually need to get enough wither heads in order to spawn 9 withers, which means we have to go back to the nether. Haha. No! No! Oh, that is not good. That's not good at all. My plan now is I'm going to try and jump down there and like land. I'm going to try and like sort of MLG it and land on a hay bale because that should negate, I think, 80% of the damage I take. All right, so if we just kind of leg it over here and then down. So where did we fall? Okay, and attempt number 2. No, I just completely missed. Okay, attempt number 3 here. I'm not going to try and actually get close to it. I'm just going to try and get a little bit lower. So attempt number 4 here. Let's see if we can do it this time. All right, so attempt number 5. We've gotten a little bit lower. All right, so I've gotten a hay bale down here. That should negate the first bit of fall damage. And then that should allow me to then safely drop down, and then I can pillar back up. So we've gotten all of our stuff back. Woo! Leave me alone. Woohoo! Oh my god. There's fire everywhere. I don't know how much of that footage I'm going to actually include in the end episode. But that was insane. That was like 30 minutes of just like straight up stress right there. And it looks like these guys have grown up, so we can breed them. And that should give us the wither bee. Here we go. So now we just need to go fight 9 withers, and then we're good to go. Anyway, I'm going to go real quick, watch a tutorial on how to kill a wither with the bedrock trick. And I'll let y'all know when I'm about to do it, when I'm about to kill the withers. Okay, so I've done some research and I'm hoping, actually, scratch that. I'm not hoping, I am praying that this works. Oh, I've also made myself this emerald axe here. It does a little bit more damage than the stone axe that I had. So that should be helpful. But now, oh boy, this is terrifying. If this goes wrong, then my entire base is essentially destroyed. If it goes right, then we have a really easy way of killing withers. Hopefully it goes right. Okay, it looks good so far. I'm going to need to come over here so that it doesn't kill me with the initial explosion. Okay, that's a good sign. It looks like it's stuck. This is extremely loud, but oh no. Oh no. It just got out. It's destroying everything. So this is what we call a disaster. And now I have to try and fix it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage control later. I'm certainly not looking forward to it. Okay, so that was obviously never going to work. So I have now restored this from a backup back to the old world. I know it's a little cheaty, but there was literally no way that I was going to kill that wither boss. So unfortunately, I think the only way to do this is we have to go do it in the end where it's a little safer. But that excursion with the wither is, I mean, it really tired me out, if I'm being honest. It really tired me out. So I'm actually going to wrap it up there for today. And next episode, we'll get started strong with the ender bee and everything, fight the end dragon, and then we can kill the withers in there. That's a really long-winded way and really slow way to do it, but apparently this trick just didn't work, and I'm not really sure what went wrong or why it went wrong, but I don't want to do that again. So instead, we're going to do the long way because it's also going to be more fun. So that's what we got in store next episode. But for this episode, that is unfortunately all I have time for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.